The original six era of the National Hockey League, NHL, began in 1942 with the demise of the Brooklyn Americans, reducing the league to six teams: Boston Bruins, Chicago Blackhawks, Detroit Red Wings, Montreal Canadiens, New York Rangers, and Toronto Maple Leafs. This structure remained stable for a quarter century. The era ended in 1967 when the NHL doubled in size, adding six expansion teams. The Stanley Cup was the de facto championship since 1926, becoming the de jure championship in 1947, when the NHL completed a deal with the Stanley Cup trustees to gain control of the cup. Toronto and Montreal evidenced dynasties, as the Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup 9 times from 1942 onwards, while the Canadiens won 10 times, including 5 consecutive titles between 1956 and 1960. In 1955, Richard was suspended for assaulting a linesman, leading to the Richard Riot. Gordie Howe made his debut in 1946, retiring 32 years later as the NHL's all-time leader in both goals and points. Willie O'Ree broke the NHL's color barrier when he dressed for the Bruins in 1958. In 1943, in an attempt to open up the game, the league introduced the center ice red line, allowing players for the first time to pass out of their defensive zone. In 1959, Jacques Plante became the first goaltender to regularly wear a face mask for protection. The first amateur draft was held in 1963 as part of efforts to balance talent distribution within the league. The National Hockey League Players Association was formed in 1967, 10 years after Ted Lindsay's attempts at unionization failed.